Alright, so as you all know, we're releasing the new Roleplay World here on the 7th at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Guys, I'm so excited. So just wanted to kind of give some information about the new world. So how is it going to be different than ZU or Zalfane Universe? Well, it's going to be different in many ways. For one, the border's going to be shorter, or, well, smaller. So players, you guys can interact more with each other. We're going to make the currency decent. We're not going to, well, we might change it a little bit, but it won't be like ZU's currency where it just, like, goes crazy after, like, months. We're starting off simple, and we'll slowly expand as we see currency use. For instance, well, actually, no, I don't want to spoil that just yet, but we have disabled some things for just now in the world. Later, we'll enable them after we have more testing done and see how the economy goes. Another thing we're doing is we're making things more simple. ZU was awesome. Well, okay, there were a lot of issues with it. Okay, I can't sugarcoat it. ZU was not the best. But this time we're going to make things super simple so that new players can join in like right away and not be as confused by the details. It's going to be much more beginner friendly. So lore, we're going to try to make it more intentional, but at the same time we're going to try to make it more self-sufficient. So that means we won't be interacting with players as much with like their specific lore, like Skulk lore. We won't be like doing, if any of you played Zalfane Universe, SB129 did some lore with as Skulk, and a lot of his plot was relevant only because game masters were involved. But we want to make it so that player lore is like done specifically by the players, and more just doing lore from the main story rather than focusing on like specific players. Obviously, we'll still be involved with you guys, but just not as much as like, hey, can you do this for me? No, I'm sorry. We're not going to be doing that as much because we want this lore world to be more you guys doing stuff rather than us doing it for you. But we're going to still be involved big time. We're going to be way more involved than ZU. ZU was, there were many issues. Claims. So claims, we're going to have the claims still, but they're going to be slightly shorter, slightly smaller. Not as many blocks that you guys can claim. Sorry. Revival kits. We are not having revival kits. So basically, if you die in ZU, you will receive weakness. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. But it's only temporary. You'll see. You'll see once it comes out. You'll see it. It's better than the revival kit because you can continue to interact. You just have to be careful. So another thing, we're going to try to make more structures related to the lore, and also we're going to try to make more structures as time goes on so that you guys can interact with things and have like the world not be as dead and it's constantly changing. That's going to be one of our other goals. We're going to try to do active events and roleplay. Obviously, the entire server has to have events as well. So we're going to try to do it on a constant basis, but at the same time, they're not going to be like super frequent. They might not happen once a month. I can't see that happening at all. But they'll be more frequent than they were in ZU. So, many of you played the Rainia, and I don't know if you guys remember the Book of Heroes, but we're doing something off of that with the world itself and how you interact with others. So there's going to be heroes, there's going to be villains, and I will say this, there are going to be punishments for villains, but not in the way you would think. At the same time there are punishments, there are also like good things about being a villain. Obviously, being a villain is not good. Don't be a villain. Like, guys, it nerfs you more than being a hero. But you guys will see more of that. You guys will see more of that once you play the world. And but yeah, actions will have consequences this world, unlike ZU or Lorania. Well, Lorania had some consequences for your actions, and so did ZU, but not to this extreme. You'll see, it's going to be awesome. Don't worry about it. For those of you who actually like playing bad guys, it's still going to be perfectly fine and playable for you. In fact, we even gave bad guys perks too, so it evens itself out. It evens itself out. So, we are probably going to eventually have custom enchants. Don't ask me what that's going to look like, but we're going to probably do that later on. As Ayeon releases, we're going to release it in beta, so that means we're going to just do keeping it simple items. We're going to release with no enchants, but later they'll come. Later they'll come in. We're just going to see how the economy does and kind of figure out where to go and how everything balances out before we add the enchants. But it should come pretty fast. So we considered adding backpack again, but we're not going to because it's just, you just can carry like all the stuff you need and access it so easily. Also, there's, actually I don't want to get into that, but we're going to have probably bundles. Well, we're going to have bundles, I know that for a fact. As for shulkers, we might not do that this time around because it's basically the same thing as backpack. When you guys log in, you'll see that there's different factions that you can join. And I would say this, like, make sure you look at them detailed before you join a faction, just to make sure that you like actually like want to join that faction and not be like, oh, I wish I joined this faction, it's so much better, or like, oh, this faction is like way cooler, or oh, dang it, I joined this faction, now I can't change. Because there is going to be a cooldown for like 3 months if you want to like switch factions. And don't quote me on the 3 months. It might be more, might be less. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's 3 months though. As for, let me think. What else? Yes. Okay. I think we're really just like, those are like the things I wanted to talk about. Oh yes, and I'm going to try, I don't know if CMDR would be up to this, but maybe he is. We're going to try to release some like ambiences for the world so that they can, so that you guys can enjoy the world with like some music in the background. Ayeon themed. Obviously, I don't know if that's going to happen. I want to try to do it, but it might not happen. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for this world, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope that you guys enjoy the world, and I will see you on the beta release date. See you guys in Ayeon.